No. It's my channel, my video. I got this. You just chill out, okay?
Selfish, but okay.
Sorry. Hey guys, Arosa03 here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's Legend Guide, I would like to talk about the Legend Mirage. Hey guys, Arosa03 here. Welcome back to the channel. Bro, what the hell are you doing?
Well, I just figured, you always get to do it and I don't, so maybe we could share?
No. It's my channel, my video. I got this. You just chill out, okay?
Selfish, but okay.
Sorry. Anyway, he uses holographic technology to project himself onto the map. He uses holographic technology to project himself. Bro!
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It should be. Okay? Alright. Wow. Uses holographic technology to project himself onto the map. Uses holographic technology. Bro, I can't do this. Get out of here, you piece of shit.
Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. As the title and the intro says, today we're here to talk about Mirage. This will be my first of many character guides on this channel. The formula will go like this. I will spend 1 week maining a hero to get a solid background of the character, all the tricks and tips and abilities that I can render from my own perspective, then compile it down into the best guide that I can give, not just some knee-jerk reaction guide. Alright, we all know Mirage by now, but I'll just give you a brief rundown of all of his abilities. We've got the passive called Encore, we've got the tactical Psych Out, and the ult Vanishing Act. His passive ability only activates when you die. It basically puts out a decoy of himself pretending like he's dying and cloaks you invisible to give you enough time to essentially get away. There has been a lot of talk online about how weak his passive is, and yes, I agree, and no, I disagree. While on paper, yes, it does seem very weak compared to some of the other passives in the game, but from where I'm sitting, it does come down to who you are playing with. So if you're playing with a bunch of randoms, and they're not really backing you up in many gunfights, yes, the passive is pretty useless. Even if they do down you and run away, trying to look for the rest of your squad, and they realize that you're alone, they will come back and kill you. But if you're playing with people who do stay tight and close together, and they do back each other up in gunfights and have great communication, the passive can be actually pretty good. From my perspective, I play usually with a couple of beasts, and they always sort of got my back in every gunfight. So the majority of the time I did get down, I'd say about 8 out of 10 times. My teammates usually came and backed me up and actually rezzed me. In fact, I sometimes still fall for the Mirage trick itself when I down an enemy. I sometimes lose them because of the cloaking aspect of the passive, and it takes me a few seconds to work out where they are so I can finish off the kill. So I do think Mirage himself is a bit circumstantial. If you are playing with good teammates, he can be very viable, but if you are playing with randoms, I'd just suggest picking someone else. What I'm going to do is let a few clips play on the screen now of when this passive has helped or how it can help in certain aspects.
Round 1, beginning ring countdown.
Shot fired, and they're hitting me. Bad news, I'm down.
More enemies down. Reloading. Killed an enemy. Reloading.
Reloading. I'm down.
Jump off the Rosa.
Now his tactical Psych Out. This is probably one of the most fun abilities in the game. You press your hotkey and he sends out a clone of himself in the direction you were running or facing. This also works if you are running, sliding or crouching as well. So you can get very creative and pretend like you are just a guy crouching trying to get to the next set of cover. I do find it works quite well in the right circumstances again. My little pointers here would be to send them out when you're unsure of where an enemy is. When there's loot bins and you want to grab them but you're unsure if they are being watched or not, send them out to the loot bin so it looks like someone's about to go loot them. That usually works and does return some pretty funny results. Also in the middle of a gunfight, if you send them in the opposite direction from behind cover, the enemies do get pretty focused on your decoy, which you can just pop out and pop them in the head. As Mirage, I would always try and attack from the sides and flank them, or the back, never from the front. It seems to work better when you get the element of surprise on them. You can use this ability aggressively or defensively. Aggressively when you're running into an area or to a gunfight and they see him, they shoot your decoy. Defensively, if you're running away from someone and you duck behind cover quickly, throw your decoy out and then run the opposite direction when the enemy starts chasing your decoy. Also, as a bonus tip, when you are dropping into the map for the first time, you can actually send your decoy to an area where lots of people seem to be landing. There is rare occasions when it can scare those enemies out of that area and they relocate because they don't want to take an early gunfight. So be on the lookout for solo man squads dropping in. If it's Mirage, it's probably just a decoy. I've fallen for this once or twice, I must admit. Here's some more clips of me using his tactical in some of the better situations I've had.
Someone's got to take out that one out. Sending out my decoy.
Opening fire. Now.
The decoy works every time.
Reloaded. Enemy down.
Super low, he's around the corner.
Reloading. Kill vision.
Reloaded.
He's healing.
That one.
Reloading. Down an enemy.
Reloading.
Coming up.
Hitting me. Reloading.
Just going around.
Faking him out with a decoy.
Fuck this terrible damage.
I am taking fire. Grenade. Contact. Marking our surroundings.
Faking him out with a decoy.
Right in the window.
Reloading. Down to
Oh shit, he's pushing.
Whole squad down.
Alright, now to his ultimate. It is called Vanishing Act, and again, this has been argued as probably the worst ult in the game. And also again, I agree and I disagree. This has saved my life sometimes and has also gotten me into a lot of trouble. Basically what the ult does is you press the ult button, it sends out 6 decoys of himself as you get cloaked nearly invisible. Invisible enough to use it as a disengaging tool. This ult can also be used aggressively as well. If you're in the middle of a gunfight, pop your ult, run around to wherever your enemy is and flank them, and it usually does surprise the enemy and you can get some nice kills out of that. But as if it is poetic justice, at the time that I'm recording this, I've just seen an article that Respawn are actually looking to change his ult, so it kind of renders this invalid, I guess, but hey, I'll be pretty interested to see what sort of ult they do come up with. Maybe they even change his passive at the same time, but I guess we'll have to see for that. And for the last time, here's some clips of the ultimate that I've found quite useful.
Getting hit over here. Patching myself up.
decoy escape deployed.
Recharging. I am taking fire. Logging in the door.
Jumps in lock. Watch it, airstrike. Get out there and bamboozle. Decoy escape deployed.
So all in all, I do think Mirage has quite a mid-range skill floor and quite a high skill ceiling, meaning that you can kind of jump in and be useful with them no matter who you are or your skill level. But I think the really good players are going to shine with him and really use him to his full potential. I also think he's very, very team dependent. You need a good team with lots of communication to use him well. Legends I think he synergizes best with are Bangalore with her smoke. She pops her smoke and you're in the middle of it, you can send a decoy out in somewhat of an odd angle. It really does confuse the enemies and gives you a chance to escape. He also synergizes pretty well with Gibraltar. Not that I've had too much experience with Gibraltars on my team, but if he throws his shield down and you get rushed, you can throw that decoy out before they get to you and pop some pretty nice kills from there. And the last legend I think he synergizes with pretty well is Bloodhound. In this game, knowledge is power, and I think Bloodhound's tactical, where he reveals where people are inside, is a useful tool to then throw your decoy in as Mirage and get frags from there. It's pretty cool. I've seen some pretty powerful plays using that tactic. Personally, I'd rate this legend about a 6 out of 10. After maining him for a week though, I don't know if I'd play him too often anymore. I think I've had enough fun with him and it's time to move on to different legends. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to keep up with my content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of whenever my videos go live. Peace out.